Hey everyone, I'm Jaxby, and we're going to get right into the second season of Scarlet and Violet ranked battles, using this team here by a player called Bartek. The rental code is in the top right moment of the screen. It's also in the description below, along with the PokePaste, so do check them out. And I want to do a quick rundown of the team first, so let's get right to that. So the first Pokemon I want to talk about is Palafin. Now, as we can see, this Palafin doesn't actually have much speed investments. It's only got 4 EVs into its speed, but it is super bulky with 204 into HP, as well as super powerful with Adamant Nature plus 236 into the attack stats. And with Choice Band, it's got greater attack than what it's currently showing. I want to talk about its moveset. It's got Flip Turn, Jet Punch, Wave Crash, and Close Combat. These are some really cool moves. Flip Turn obviously is really good to try and get a switch out that causes damage. And with Water Terror, you can deal absolute massive damage, especially in the rain. So this Palafin is basically your main damage dealer, and with Jet Punch, you got a nice priority move that synergizes quite well with Palafin's water typing for both before and after Terror. Next Pokemon I want to talk about is Pelipper. So this Pelipper has Drizzle as its ability, which allows it to set up rain when it enters the battlefield. And with Damp Rock, the rain will stay out for 8 turns unless another weather setter enters the battlefield. This Pelipper is Grass Terror. It's actually super helpful because if you're going up against an electric type Pokemon like Rotom, you can actually have a nice defensive Terror that resists the electric type weakness and also the rock type weakness. And it's got the following moves. It's got Tailwind, Wide Guard, Terra Blast, and Hurricane. Wide Guard's actually super helpful in this team. There's so many Golden Goes in the format, but also Garchomp, Dondozo with Earthquake. The list can just go on and go on and go on. And Tailwind is good to try and get speed control. The EV spread on this Pelipper is slightly bulky, with 52 EVs into the HP stats, but that's where most of the bulk is. It's modest nature, meaning that it has plus special attack and minus attack, and it almost max speed with 252 EVs into the speed stats. This Pelipper on this team is the only Pokemon with this many EVs in its speed stats, and I want to touch base on that just a little bit later when I get to the weaknesses. Doing strengths first. The next Pokemon I want to talk about is King Gambit. Now, this is the second and last Pokemon that has a priority move, being Sucker Punch. The thing to remember with Sucker Punch, though, is that if the target Pokemon isn't using a physical or special attack, Sucker Punch won't work. Again, it's a bulky set with Adamant Nature, 204 EVs into HP, 196 into attack. It's Assault Vest, meaning that it can't use Stardust moves. And it's also got the ability Defiant, which allows it to increase its attack by +2 whenever its stats get dropped, making this actually a rather good Pokemon to bring out into like Arcanine, Gyarados, Pokemon with Intimidate, Gengar, Tatsugiri with Icy Wind. It's just a decent Pokemon. It's Dark Terror, meaning that Koton, Cleave, and Sucker Punch do get increased damage when it terrestrializes. And with Brick Break, you can actually break through screens and Aurora Veil that Obama Snow might want to set up, which helps King Gambit give even more to the team than what it was already giving. So Amoonguss is the next Pokemon I want to talk about. This is one of 3 Pokemon on this team that runs Protect. It's got the same amount of EVs into HP and defense, with 36 into special defense, and its nature is bold, which makes it even bulkier. This Amoonguss has the ability Regenerator, meaning that when it switches out, it recovers some of its HP, and with Rocky Helmet, it actually becomes a rather good Pokemon to switch in to whoever you think Mousehold is going to use Population Bomb into. And if you're lucky, Rocky Helmet will actually knock out some Mousehold. Other than Protect, it also has Pollen Puff, Sport, and Rage Powder. This is just standard Amoonguss basically at this point. It's also Water Terror type to help get rid of its Fire, Flying, and Ice type weaknesses. Next one I want to talk about is Gallade. I actually rather like this Gallade. It's also the second highest speed investment in this team. It's got max investment into HP, 36 EVs into attack, plus Adamant Nature. It's Terra Grass, and it's got Protect, Sacred Swords, Leaf Blade, and Psycho Cuts. Now, the reason why it's got Leaf Blade over Terra Blast is its ability. All 3 of its attacking moves are slicing moves. Sharpness increases slicing moves power by times 1.5, so it's an extra 50% increase. The ability really helps it out. Even more so is Scope Lens. This increases its critical hit ratio by 1 stage, which is absolutely massive and allows Gallade to deal even more damage when you need it to. Lastly, we have Rotom Mow. It's got max EVs into HP, 104 into defense, 108 into special attack, and 4 into special defense and speed. It's also modest nature, meaning that its special attacks are even higher, with the moves Protect, Will-O-Wisp, Thunder, and Leaf Storm. Thunder is really helpful on this team because you got rain, so Hurricane and Thunder don't check for accuracy when it's raining. Leaf Storm is just really good to help have another stab attack, and Will-O-Wisp is super helpful because it allows you to burn physical attackers, halving their damage output. With the Ice and Citrus Berry, you got a little bit more survivability and multi-hit attacks, and with Levitate, Rotom is completely immune to ground type moves. I want to talk about some weaknesses I found with this team. Firstly, Gallade and Rotom are the best Dondozo answers. I've actually won games into Dondozo Tatsugiri teams without them. It's just they are the best answers. You just got to be able to get them to work, and it takes a little bit of practice. Other than that, you don't exactly have a good option, but with Amoonguss having Spore, you can just keep putting Dondozo to sleep. This team shares so many common weaknesses. Alone, Palpa and Palafin share electric weaknesses. King Gambit, Rotom, Amoonguss share fire. Rotom and Amoonguss share ice. And Gallade, Rotom, and Amoonguss share flying. Obviously with Palapa, you can mitigate the damage from fire type moves. So you got to be able to think ahead as to when you see the opposing team, how to go into them. This team also doesn't have any fairy type moves or ice type moves, meaning that your damage outputs into dragon types could be a little bit better, but Pokemon like Dragonite, Garchomp, and Hydreigon aren't unbeatable. It's just they can be a little bit more of a challenge, and you need a little bit more setup to achieve beating them. Now, I want to talk about Palapa specifically because its moveset includes Tailwind, which is a good move in general. But because the rest of the team is actually so much slower, Tailwinds can sometimes just not work for you. I find that if I'm going up against another Tailwinds team, I generally just don't bother using Tailwind, and I more rely on Sucker Punch and Jet Punch from King Gambit and Palafin respectively. Also, if you go up against a team that has Murkrow or Tailwind plus Taunt pressure, again, I just generally wouldn't worry about going for Tailwind. While this team benefits from Tailwind, that's in some circumstances and not in all of them. And lastly, for weaknesses, not that it's a weakness, it's just something to remember. With Palafin having Choice Band, whatever attack you use first, each time it's sent out into battle, you're locked into that attack. And if you lock yourself into close combat, you gotta remember that you are weakening your defenses each and every turn. And obviously, Amoonguss can't deal consistent damage with Pollen Puff. I've got one leader I like to start with more often than anything else, to the point that I haven't done any other leads consistently. That is Palapa and Palafin. In a perfect world, be that you get flip turnouts. But more often than not, because of Palafin's speed, I'm just making a hard switch, because while flip turn is good, doing a hard switch is more consistent. But I have done Palapa King Gambit. I've even done Palapa and Amoonguss, in all fairness. So let's get to the battle, shall we? Alright, Palapa, Floatzel, Golduck, Dragonite, King Gambit, and Sylveon. So I don't think that I'm going to do too well in terms of trying to win the speed battle at all. And I'm actually considering not even I'm considering not even starting with Palapa. If I start with Rotom, might achieve something really good. Just because 4 of their Pokemon are actually weak against, or don't enjoy electric type attacks as much. I can see them starting with Palapa because their team, like mine, revolves around rain. But I think their team revolves around it a little bit more for setting up Tailwind to guarantee that they are quicker. So I want to start with Rotom and Palafin, have Amoonguss in the back, and I can go King Gambit or Gallade. Gallade would be good for Leaf Blade and Sacred Sword, but I think I'm going to rather go King Gambit. That way I've got a secondary priority move to try and win with. Because I don't think I'm going to be able to win if I bring Palapa in, but I could be wrong. So let's see how this goes. Huh. Neither of us brought Pelipper in at the moment. So I could go... I could actually protect Rotom. I could also Will-O-Wisp Dragonite. And I can also go Thunder into Floatzel. Or Leaf Storm. I'm down though for going Protect. In a way. Do I want to go Thunder? Actually, no, if I get Will-O-Wisp off, it would be absolutely awesome. I'm going to swap it into Amoonguss as well. So this is going to be the most consistent way to get Palafin's hero form out. And Amoonguss is bulky enough to survive the turn, I reckon. They withdraw Dragonite. I wonder if they're bringing in Pelipper. That's Pelipper. Yep, okay. On that concept, I really probably should have gone for... Yeah, I probably should have gone for Thunder into Floatzel. That would have been absolutely epic. So what do we expect them to do this turn? So we got the burn off. I could try and get a burn onto Floatzel and Terrestrialize Amoonguss and go Rage Powder. I'll get rid of my weakness into Hurricane and Ice Spinner. I like that. I want to try it out. I actually haven't done all too much with Rotom, and I reckon this is going to surprise them. If I get the burn onto Floatzel, it will be epic. Should I be going for Thunder? Possibly. I want to see what they want to go for though. So we get Rage Powder off, they aren't terrestrializing. They go Ice Spinner again, okay. Did basically nothing. And they get hurt by Rocky Helmet. What's Pelipper doing? So we got the burn onto Floatzel now. Okay, there's Hurricane. That critical hit's a little bit annoying, I'm not gonna lie. But now Floatzel can't do as much damage. So I can go Thunder into Floatzel, and we can go Rage Powder again. I'm fine for that. I could have protected Rotom and gone Spore though. That's another option. Let's see what they do. But yeah, Thunder this turn, I really could have gone for it last turn. That would have been probably a better idea. They withdraw Floatzel. Okay. Who are they going into? Who's this? King Gambit. Okay. Okay, we get Rage Powder off. That's fine. I'm happy about that. As long as... Should I have gone into Pelipper? Ooh, that's big damage. Okay, they don't go for Tailwinds. Basically, that's all I care about at the moment. So now what I want to do is bring in Palafin. Bring in Palafin, and I want to be going for Jet Punch. Yeah, no, we'll go for Jet Punch. I like to think that I'll be quicker than... Okay, I know I'm quicker than Pelipper with Rotom. If I go Jet Punch into King Gambit, I think I can take it out with Rain and Stab and Choice Band. They go for Protect, that's fine. That's fine. We're gonna get Thunder off. They haven't Terra Jets, which is a little bit concerning, but I don't think it's the end of the world at the moment. So I've lost Amoonguss, and Rotom isn't exactly in the best spot, but could be worse. And they've still got a few Pokemon. I could protect Rotom this turn. Protect. I can see Dragonite terrestrializing into normal type and trying to pick up a knockout. It's not though. It's a little bit annoying. But yeah, I could see it trying for that and picking up a knockout onto Rotom, because Rotom is a threat into what they've got. They've got Thunder. Okay. I could have gone. Wait, they got Thunder. Is this? That's a special attack. What's this Dragonite set? I'm okay to click Thunder into Floatzel and switch. Thunder into Floatzel, Jet Punch. Into Floatzel. They still haven't terrestrialized. Oh, that's big damage. They knock themselves out. Palafin survived. They don't knock themselves out, apparently. Okay. Bye-bye Rotom, though. Oh, it does burn? Okay, cool. Now it's a 2v1. I'm a little bit happy about this. So that was Hurricane. So this is a special Dragonite. I'm actually okay going for Sucker Punch, and we'll go Jet Punch as well. Got no other option there. They're going to Terra. As long as they don't go Extreme Speed, I get both attacks off. If they Extreme Speed into Palafin, that's Steel Terra. Okay. If they Extreme Speed into Palafin, I don't get either attack off. Damn it! That's because of how Sucker Punch works. So Sucker Punch requires the opponent Pokemon to have not attacked yet. Let's go Brick Break into it. I got... That didn't do too much. Ah, damn it! Okay, rain stopped, so now Thunder has to accuracy check. If I go Sucker Punch... I just need another Sucker Punch now. I need to survive this attack and get Sucker Punch off. No para, no para, no para. How much damage did that just do? I don't know if I can take another one, but if they go for Extreme Speed, then Sucker Punch fails. So let's go for Croton Cleave. Because if I go for Thunder. Damn, I could have won. I could have won there. I fought too much. The issue I had in that turn was if they were reading, they would have learnt that Sucker Punch doesn't work into Extreme Speed. And so it would only take them going for Extreme Speeds to win from there. Okay. So Dondozo Tatsugiri team with Rotom Heat, Dragapult, Annihilate, and the annoying Flamingo thing that has the ability, what's it, Co-Star? So it can copy Dondozo's stats if somehow if it gets the opportunity. Pelipper... How do I win? Pelipper Peliphan? Believe it or not, Amoonguss is actually somewhat good. If Annihilate wants to go for Final Gambit, it actually can't knock Amoonguss out. Which is both good and bad, I guess, depending on the situation. That bird is flying, fighting. I feel like I want to go for Gallade. But Dragapult's scary. I could go for Rotom. We'll give Rotom a try. Rotom good into Dondozo, like great English on my part, but Rotom is good into Dondozo and Flamingo. Not too bad into Tatsugiri, but with the Dragon type in it, Electric and Grass attacks actually become neutral. This is going to go well. Tatsugiri Annihilate, okay. I'd still want to switch. I believe that I'm possibly looking at... So if I go Tailwind, switch into Amoonguss. If they knock Amoonguss out, I'm actually not going to complain about it. I get a lot out of them getting rid of Amoonguss, actually. Do they go for Final Gambit? They go for Protect. Okay, maybe they are going for Final Gambit. Please, hopefully you are. They got Taunts. Ooh. They probably Taunt again. Tatsugiri's now poisoned. No. It's got black. No, it's not poison. It's just Black Sludge. That's a bit weird. Can't use Wide Guard anyway. Don't know why I'm selecting it. Hurricane into Annihilate. Protect Amoonguss. I think that's my best play. If I can knock Annihilate out this turn, then I can go for Spores and Rage Powders all I want. There we go. There's Taunt again. Makes me wonder if they are locked into it, but I doubt it. They go Draco Meteor into Amoonguss. Okay, wow. It's sashed. Is it sashed? Confused. It's not sashed. Huh. Let's go for another Hurricane. Do I need Amoonguss on the field right now? The issue is if Tatsugiri gets Draco Meteor off. If I switch Amoonguss out, Pollen Puff doesn't do too much. If I get a Protect off, awesome. Okay, doesn't really matter. I go for Dondozo. I could have gone for Spore into the Annihilate slot. But they're not getting any damage off this turn. So this actually puts them in a really interesting spot in all honesty. So they are the fastest thing on the field. Well, in my head they will be. Oh look, I got Protect off again. Okay. If I get Armor Confusion, awesome. That did half decent damage. There is Leftovers. And here is Black Sludge. So they probably... I reckon that they do have... Okay, let's go Tailwinds. And Spore. I reckon that they do have... That should knock me out. Yeah, okay. Cool. So I can go for another Hurricane. But I reckon I do have Flamingo as their last Pokemon, because Black Sludge has taken away Tatsugiri's health ever so slightly. Hurricane. Terra Blast, Pokemon, Rotom. Because I got Thunder and Leaf Storm. Hold up, I like this. So I'm going to do bigger damage. I'm not going to rely on a confusion. I'm going to rely on super effective moves to put it nicer. And if I get rid of Dondozo quicker than Tatsugiri loses health, even better. Okay, that's good damage. They are asleep. This is the turn that they have to be asleep for. They go back into the green. But now I've got Terra Blast. Terra Blast, and I could go for Thunder, but we're gonna go big and go Leaf Storm. I want to get rid of Dondozo. Battle. What? I think they got annoyed that they weren't going to be like. They'll. I have them in a position where they're going to lose Dondozo. I'm in a position where they're going to lose Dondozo, which meant that Flamingo's Co-Star wouldn't activate, getting all of Dondozo's boosts. Annihilate only had 1 HP left, which actually forced them into a switch that gave them a no damage turn. Okay, so this team has a Torkoal in it. Pelipper's actually going to be good. So is Pelifin. But there's an issue with this team that I didn't mention in the team preview. That's Indeedee. Because Psychic Terrain means that I can't use priority moves. Yeah. But we can go... I actually don't want to start with Pelipper. I'm happy to start with... Amoonguss, Palafin, Kingambit, Gallade. I don't... I think this is my best starting combination. My team looks like a Tailwind's team, so I believe they're going to go for a Trick Room route. This start allows me to Terrestrialize Amoonguss to get rid of fire and psychic weaknesses and bring Armourouge or Pelipper in, depending on who they bring out. If I start with Torkoal, I do need to be careful bringing Pelipper in because I can always switch Torkoal out, but I doubt that they're going to be starting with Torkoal. And I don't necessarily need Pelipper to help me win against Torkoal, it's going to be a help. With the right move choice, I can actually bring Torkoal down to almost nothing. Armourouge, ooh. What an interesting looking team. I'm actually happy to go Terrestrialize Rage Powder, flip turn into Armourouge. I'm really happy about that. They're going to Terrestrialize... They could Terrestrialize Armourouge into a Grass type. Psychic. I'm fine with that. I'm more than fine with that. Armourouge is faster than Palafin, I just want to mention that. Yeah. That's okay. We got Rage Powder. They go U-turn. Okay. Again, I'm fine with this. Dragapult takes damage from that, and Amoonguss doesn't take a whole lot of damage. This is how good bulky Amoonguss is, and I got rid of the bug type weakness too. They could bring Indeedee in, and they could go for Expanding Force. But they go for Masquerada. Okay, I'll take that. Okay. Weak Armor is going to be a problem. Yeah. But at the same time, it won't. So I got King Gambit. I wonder if they've brought Torkoal in at all now. They go for Expanding Force. I did a little bit. Not as much as I thought it would have. We can protect and go for a good... What do they do? Yeah, but no, we're gonna go Sucker Punch into Armorage. Protect and Sucker Punch into Armorage. There's no switches. So as long as... Beautiful. There's their Terrestrialized Pokemon dealt with. I'm actually rather happy about that. And they Flower Trick into Amoonguss, even better. I'll take that. Absolutely take that. I don't think I need Amoonguss anymore. I think it's done its job. Dragapult. Yep, okay. So I now want to go... I could go Rage Powder. No, what? Yeah, we'll go Rage Powder. I'm losing the Amoonguss either way this turn. I'd actually rather that happen. Rage Powder and Sucker Punch, and we're Sucker Punching into Dragapult. Failed. They're using Phantom Force. Oh no, Will-O-Wisp. Didn't think about that, did I? No. Just because I can see Dragapult going for another Will-O-Wisp, I'm actually going to Sucker Punch into Meowscarada this next turn. I'm going to go Tailwind. Sucker Punch. Actually, Brick Break into Meowscarada. I know it means I'm possibly taking a Will-O-Wisp. Ooh. Torkoal. Is it? Wow. That did nothing. I could have gone Sucker Punch. I probably would have taken it out. This is interesting. For a couple of reasons, actually. So I get Tailwind out. Very helpful. Wide Guard. Brick Break Meowscarada. I got no problem with that. They're not terrestrializing yet, which is... Oh no, they terrestrialized Armorage, didn't they? They Sucker Punch King Gambit. It's Life Orb as well. Okay, I think I'll win from here. I got a crit. Don't think that was needed, but I won't deny it. Eruption, yep. This is why I'm happy to just use Wide Guard from here. Because a lot of Torkoals I'm finding are choice specs, so they're locked into Eruption. There's Dragapult. So let's go Wide Guard again. And Cowton Cleave into Dragapult. Or Sucker Punch. They might actually decide that they need to get rid of Pelipper. Battle's cancelled. Okay, I win. I'll take that. So yeah, they could have decided that turn that since I got Wide Guard, Pelipper is actually a big problem that needs to be dealt with. With that, their solution would be to try and take it out. Obviously, they can't do it with Torkoal. Torkoal's most likely locked into Eruption. But with Palafin in the back, it doesn't really matter, even if it wasn't. Not at all. So Sucker Punch into Dragapult on the premise that they have to deal with Pelipper for any chance of winning via Torkoal. So if you enjoyed the video, please click that like button, click the subscribe button. Tell me what you liked about the video down in the comment section below. Helps me out. I like to know what works and what doesn't work, and sometimes a little bit of input from other people is very helpful. Don't forget to check out the team creator. His Twitter is down in the description below, along with the PokePaste and the rental code, so do feel free to use those as well. And I want you all have a good day. See ya. Bye. Happy battling.